Alright guys, so you did run into some fractions here. At any point when you're doing this, you can change that to a decimal if it's easier for you to work with. So if you got the vertex was negative 1.5 comma 1.5, that is the same. So here I found my axis of symmetry first. These two negatives here canceled, but there was still another negative in the denominator, so that axis of symmetry, that x value, was negative 3 over 2. Then you took this negative 3 over 2 and you plugged it in here. So just be very careful with operations here. A negative 3 over 2 squared, so the entire fraction is being raised to the second power. So it's negative 3 times 3, then 9, 2 times 2, 4. Then when you multiply these, you can do some simplification because it ends up being negative 18 over 4, which simplifies the negative 9 over 2. Here, I realized I'm multiplying two negatives, so it changed to a positive, and then 6 times 3 is 18 over 2 is 9, and you bring down that minus 3. And then past this point, I was just putting a common denominator so that I could add and subtract my fractions, getting myself 3 over 2, which was that final y value. I'm just putting all that together in one vertex. So once again, it may be easier for some of you if you change this to a decimal from the beginning. Alright, and this last one, it's very quick because when you plug into your axis of symmetry formula, your numerator is 0. Anytime you divide 0 by any number, your outcome is 0. Then we take that axis of symmetry, x value, and we plug it into our function for x. So y equals 0 squared minus 2. 0 minus 0 is negative 2. Putting that in my final vertex, 0, negative 2. So this vertex really ties in axis of symmetry, and that's the biggest thing in this section, is understanding how to do the axis of symmetry. Or also knowing this from the graph, which we did in the beginning video. Same for the vertex. And knowing that the vertex relies on the axis